And welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Metroid Fusion. In the last episode, we explored the rest of Sector 4 in order to get back to the navigation room, because it was a long-winded process after defeating Nightmare in order to get back here. And we ended up bypassing Security Level 4 and getting the diffusion missiles from the data room. Didn't make the computer too happy about that, but, I mean, what could we do, really, when you really think about it? And we also showed off an Easter egg of a very famous sequence break Easter egg in Metroid Fusion. In today's episode, we are going to be heading back to Sector 6. There is if you guys remember the security robot that we fought in Sector 3 way early in the game, well, it's made a comeback, and we have to go back to Sector 6 because it's starting to destroy things there. So we're going to head back here. And good thing Sector 6 is right next door, right? I will say that this part of the game, I didn't really think about it until after I recorded the part, but we actually missed an upgrade the first time we were here. And it's always one upgrade. I always forget about things, and I'll get into more detail about that later. The security robot seems to have gotten much stronger. This worries me. Be careful. But we have another problem. Once you're done, leave knock immediately. The SAX is tracking you. So your objective clear, yes. Don't stay longer than you must. Understood? Yeah, the SAX is tracking us. That's not a very nice thing to hear about, but yeah, the SAX is tracking us. Here in Sector 6, we have to make our way to find the security robot. The computer didn't really tell us where it was, so we kind of have to find areas that we have new power-ups in order to do so. I never really showed this off the first time, but there is an underbelly. If you guys remember, there was a thing right here, if we could do so. And actually, if you bomb this wall right here, there's some new blocks there for a new upgrade that we can't get just yet. But I just wanted to show you it's there. The upgrade that we forgot. Yeah, I forgot an upgrade the first time we were here, and I felt so embarrassed after I recorded it. I said, man, I tried to comb over everything. But luckily for us, we have a second trip here, so it's not a big deal. I forgot that there was something over here. There's a block wall right here, and if we come over here, there's an energy tank in here. I forgot all about it. But if we bomb this top segment here, we'll be able to drop right into it. You could have picked this up. You could have picked this up when you first came to Sector 6 a long time ago. So, I'm so sorry for missing that. I know it's not a big deal because I picked it up now. But yeah, you could have gotten this a lot earlier, and it probably would have helped you out throughout the game, having that extra hit point. But we need to head down, probably south. We need to head down to this segment in this room right here. We can't really do anything in other segments here because there's not really anything for us to get. But there is something in this room in particular. I'm gonna just go ahead and have fun with the B.O.X. The B.O.X thought they were so menacing the first time we got here. Now they're just like, oh my gosh, Samus is coming to kill us. We need to actually bomb this wall, and if you notice here, there's power bombs right here. So let's go ahead and place a power bomb here. And now we have a whole section that we haven't gotten to before. And if you couldn't tell, there was a red door right behind it. So you could have gotten this when you got power bombs, but you couldn't have gotten it until you got red doors. Man, the computer must have told us it's like, you must find the security robot. Well, we did. He probably would have gotten us to unlock level 4 eventually, because we needed to in order to access this area. But if you come over here into this wall, there's a secret area right here. But unfortunately, it's blocked by a speed booster block. We're going to come to that later, so just keep that in mind that's there. And also, if we come over here, there are crumbly blocks right here, right on the bottom right here. But there's also another block with that strange power-up that we can't get just yet. So we're going to come back to this segment later. But if you come down here, it's a one-way ticket down here. And, well, this looks like a giant area with a pool of water. But if you walk into this cave segment here, you'll notice there's a missiles expansion, but yet it's behind a wall that looks like it's it's like it's locked its keys in its car. It'd be like a moment when you lock your keys in your car, you can't get in. It's kind of one of those segments there. The thing you need to shoot is on the inside. I can't really get it just yet. We'll get to it here in just a segment. But we need to head down this way, and we'll kill these puffers along the way here. I hate these puffer enemies. Puffer enemies are annoying. They're also annoying in other Metroid games. There's nothing over here, so don't bother checking over here. I know it kind of looks like there should be something there, but there's really nothing over there. So just keep that in mind. And we're going to kill more bats. Lots and lots of bats. We're going to head down to this segment here. And there's actually a save room right here if you need to save. So just keep that in mind, it's there. We're going to shoot this wall and head downwards and kill the puffer while we're doing so. And we're greeted with another red security level 4 door. But we need to actually come in here in order to access anything. You'll notice that there's a giant area that says keep out. And another one of those things with the with the bubble on the inside. We can't access it, but as soon as you walk to this wall...
Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, no entry without authorization.
I'm sorry, I didn't even bother to... I know what it says. Warning, no entry without authorization. Okay, I'm sorry. But if you noticed, this sound clip will be saying that the entire time. It won't go away for right now. So I really suggest you save here, because this is what triggers us finding the robot. We need to find the robot, and us getting to that segment there will trigger us finding it. So we're just going to come up here, and as soon as we come to the door, notice there's rumbling. The security robot's here. We have to head on our way up this way. And kill this puffer here. We go through this door. As soon as you do so, you initiate the boss fight. Quickly place a power bomb, because that's going to reveal the ladder that you need to do in order to fight. The security robot's got a few new tricks up its sleeve this time. Instead of shooting a ball that shoots out a column of fire, it will actually shoot out little darts at you. If you get far enough, and you can shoot them out of the way. But also be careful when you're in because there's water on the ground here. If you are in the water when the security robot's walking around in it, you will be electrocuted. So be careful. So you'll start taking damage the longer you're in the water. But it's kind of the same tactic we did before. We need to shoot the middle part of the security robot and kind of just do a lot of damage to it. We got the fusion missiles now, and they do a lot more damage than before. I like the fusion missiles. But we're just gonna rinse and repeat, walk past here, just keep monkey barring away, and as soon as he comes over here to shoot his darts, you just shoot the darts away. It's really not that hard of a boss fight. It is the first time you play, but when you do the strategy, it's really not that hard. I'd say that I took a hit there, but that's okay. As soon as you just jump in the water, you just need to jump out of it real quick. And you just rinse and repeat, go back and forth, shoot his darts. Keep walking away when he's jumping around, because as soon as he jumps around, he's going to hit you. He just does it. He just jumps high enough to hit you. And that's just pretty much it in a nutshell. Our friend, the B.O.X security robot's really not that hard. Especially the second time we fought him. We'll just go ahead and do that, and then he's just done. We'll go ahead and just keep shooting him until he's dead, and then his brain is revealed. He was the real Mother Brain all along. And he turns into an I-Core. Yeah, we've seen an I-Core before, but I didn't know an I-Core infected the security robot. So we're going to get a new beam upgrade. Going to go ahead and just keep rinsing and repeating the process of shooting his eye whenever it's exposed. And we absorb the X parasite, and we get the wave beam. We usually get the wave beam earlier in Metroid games, but this is our final beam upgrade. This is the beam now penetrates walls, so now you can shoot through the wall with this beam, and it actually looks really cool. I love the wave beam so much. It has this DNA like structure to the beam, and it looks really neat. But what the beam does, it allows us to shoot through walls, so no longer are we blocked by anything with our beam. This is very special for this stuff like this. the stuff where, you know, we're locked on the outside, we can just shoot through it and we can activate it. So now we got a missile expansion out of the deal. So we still have that no entry without authorization blaring. So we need to head back down to the restricted area that they don't want us into. And we need to actually access it because we have actually no way to get out of here. We've destroyed the security robot and the computer told us we need to get out of here because the SAX is tracking us. So we need to go ahead and get out of here before the SAX finds us and kills us. So we just head back down to the restricted area, and we have to unfortunately access something we probably shouldn't be accessing. So let's go ahead and shoot this and go through here. And now we've gotten into the restricted zone. As you can tell, all the rooms here are red, and we need to go through. There's a save room if you need to save. So we need to head into here, and this kind of gives me a bunch of Super Metroid vibes when you really think about it. Kind of reminds me of the Sarah station at the beginning of the game. And we come up here, and I do believe there's nothing in here. Yeah, there's speed booster blocks, but trust me, that's not important right now. As soon as we come in here, we get to the restricted laboratory. And we find out there's Metroids in here. Well, how come there's Metroids? All the Metroids are dead. Yeah, all the Metroids are dead. How is there Metroids in here? Well, unfortunately, it looks like the Federation has started cloning Metroids. Yeah, this is why they didn't want us in here. And if you come into this room, you'll notice that there are the evolutions of the Metroids from Metroid 2, Samus Returns, or Return of Samus, whatever version of that game you want to play. You got your, regular Metroids, your alphas, your gammas. Actually, I think this is an alpha. I think this is a gamma. I think this... No, I'm sorry. That's a regular Metroid. This is an alpha. This is a gamma. And I do believe this is a Zeta Metroid. Yeah, these are the evolutions of the Metroids that you fight in SR388 in that game. But you come in here, and you still have more of the restricted area. As soon as you come into this room, and you walk onto this area here. Uh-oh. Something's going on down below. Yeah, there's giant explosions with an alarm blaring. We need to head back out here and go through this room. The SAX is attacking it. But, luckily for us, the X-Parasite's main prey is the main predator of the X-Parasite is the Metroids itself. So the Metroids are devouring the SAX right as we speak. But this activated an auto-destruct sequence of the restricted laboratory. You have 60 seconds to get out of here. So you have to fly up to the segment here. The Metroids will knock you down, so do not touch the Metroids if you can. They do not hurt you, but they get you out of your space jump. And you just want to jump up here and go through this door. And as soon as you see so, the restricted laboratory falls into space and explodes. We just got out of there just in the nick of time. But the SAX is gone. The SAX got devoured by the Metroids, and, well, the space station, the laboratory, just got sent to space and blew up. So that's the end of that, right? Right? Please tell me, computer. Samus, you shouldn't have done that. You ignored your orders. You may have a price to pay for that quite soon. And this is the first time we've seen Samus actually communicate with the computer. As you can see, the Federation has been secretly working on a Metroid breeding program. For peaceful application only, of course, please understand. But perhaps you already knew about this program's existence? Certainly you must have had doubts when you saw Sector 1, SRX, a faithful replica of the SR388 ecosystem. Ideal for raising Alpha, Gamma, Zeta, and even Omega Metroids. This research even uncovered techniques for rapid growth. Imagine creating an Omega from a larval Metroid in days. But that research is finished. The X has smelled out its natural enemy, and one of the SAX is on its way here. One? Are you saying there's more than one SAX? Don't be surprised, Samus. You know that the X reproduce by asexual division. Because of this mechanism, there are now no fewer than 10 SAX aboard the station. Samus, you must go. Get out. If you stay too long, the SAX will destroy you. Stop at a navigation room and to uplink to me. I don't know how HQ is going to take this, but you need to report to them immediately. Is your objective clear? Now get going. So, our problem just went from bad to worse. We destroyed probably the only way we were going to fight these X parasites on the station just now. But as you see, Metroids aren't very good creatures in themselves either. So we've got a really big problem here. If we push pause and push A for objective, it just says restricted lab jettisoned. It doesn't even tell you what your objective is. So you just have to keep going forward. The computer basically said that you just need to leave. We need to leave the station and report to the Federation as soon as we can. The real Adam would have said the same thing about the incident, but he would have softened the blow. He was relentless in his criticism, but he always cared. He was not a machine obsessed with duty. No such compassion could exist in that computer. So basically, Samus is upset with the computer because it wouldn't have done what Adam Malkovich would have done. But we're here in Sector 1, and now that you mentioned Sector 1, we're actually back in Sector 1 again. And we need to find our way out. This segment right here, there's a pickup right here. We're going to go ahead and shoot for diffusion missiles, and you can kind of see that there's an energy tank just hanging out on the wall. We're just going to go ahead and pick it up. So we got another energy tank, and we're just going to keep going down this area here. This segment of Sector 1 has always found it weird to me, because this was like a giant space station. This isn't a ecosystem-based simulation of SR-38's ecosystem. But, I don't know, I always found it weird. Now we got more of those parasitic, enemies right here from the beginning of the game that are just coming up here. And this, unfortunately, is acid. One thing I forgot to mention when we picked up the gravity suit. The gravity suit allows us to walk underwater freely. It also protects us from lava. So we are now immune to lava. But this stuff right here, we are not protected to. This is just straight up acid. So we cannot get into this acid right here because, well, that will drain our health. So we're going to just head over here and go to this safe room right here. And I think I'm going to call it here. So in the next episode of Let's Play Metroid Fusion, we're going to continue exploring Sector 1 and try to find a way out of here now that we've made a mountain out of a molehill here with this whole situation with the X parasites. Now that we know that there's about 10 SAX on the station, we just need to get out of here, man. This is getting too much for us. So, see you guys in the next episode.